What's going on, YouTube? Alright, so the people have spoken. They have spoken loud from far and wide. Oh my god, what's wrong with me? Alright, anyway. People have spoken up, and it seems the most popular thing that everybody wants to see first is the HD DA55-300 lens comparison. So I'm gonna get right on that as soon as I get back, so I can grab the lenses, do my thing, go over the design differences between the two lenses, because after thinking about it, I realized I think there's more to these two lenses than just one's newer with a different focus system than the other. They are literally completely different lenses. So one may be an advantage for some people, whereas the PLM may not be an advantage for some other people. So I'm going to get into that and look at the image quality comparisons, corner to corner sharpness, all that fun stuff, and of course, the bokeh. Anyway, alright, I'm in my portable office right now. Portable? I mean, like, it's not like I can carry it and put it in my pocket, but mobile office, that's the word I'm looking for, mobile. And I have no AC. My windows are closed so you can hear me. I'm roasting to death, so I'm going to stop talking, open up my windows and all that fun stuff, and the next time you see me will be when I'm back in the house going over the design elements of the two lenses. So, let's go! Alright, so let's get into the actual design of the lens. Now, I was surprised. I actually took a look at my kit 1855WR, and I noticed that they are the exact same design philosophy, if you actually take a good look at it. You've got the focus ring up at the top with focus distance markings. Same thing with the non-PLM 55-300. Except this has a much longer focus throw. And you also have the same grip here for when you're mounting the lens onto the camera. Now, let's take a look at the differences between the PLM and the non-PLM. Now, this is with the PLM retracted. So let's see, there we go. Significant difference in regards to the size. The PLM is actually about the same size, just shy of the size of the kit lens when it's completely retracted. It's actually pretty incredible. Now you'll start to notice some significant differences right away. For one, this is how small the grip area is when you're trying to mount the camera to, or sorry, mount the lens to the camera. And the focus ring is closest to the camera body, and it's completely electronic, so it never stops. It just continues on and on and on until, I mean, it just doesn't stop because it's completely electronic. Whereas if you're focusing with this, you know, you obviously have the end and infinity. Right, so those are some pretty significant differences. However, this obviously does extend as you're focusing, and it's pretty long when it's all the way focused out or zoomed out. And let's see. However, the PLM is longer when it's actually zoomed all the way out. It actually is longer. Now, this is where I actually found this to be pretty interesting. The difference between, and I don't know why they changed the design, but anyway, the differences between the two hoods is actually pretty significant as well. This is narrower and longer, and this is wider and shorter. Now, this is the one for the PLM. So let's mount these on, and you'll notice something pretty intriguing. So, oh, okay, you can't see that. So that's with the non-PLM with the hood actually on, can see the distance there. And let's mount this one. And now we have the PLM is actually, it is longer. And now now back down to 55. You'll notice that the non-PLM is completely retracted and the PLM is extended. However, they are pretty much the exact same size. So it's pretty interesting. Now, in regards to handling, that's the iffy thing. Because, as you know, so you have your camera body here. And actually, you know what, let me just mount this and show you properly. And we all know that holding the camera properly, right, you've got complete grip on the lens. And you've got control of the focus while you're still supporting the lens. And this is with the non-PLM. And again, you have the focus distance markings. Now, it's completely and utterly different if we mount the PLM onto the body. You'll notice, so still holding the camera the way you're supposed to, but now you have a much narrower area to support the lens for the zoom range, and the focus ring is right up against the body of the camera. So it's not as stable as you would want it to be. And you can use your pinky because the focus ring itself it's pretty lightweight because it's all electronic. However, supporting the camera properly, you're already at the very end of the zoom ring. So I mean, it is a completely different design philosophy. I'm not sure if I entirely agree with how they did it, but if you just leave everything as autofocus, it's an absolutely phenomenal lens, which we're going to get into right now in regards to the image quality, focusing speed, and all that other fun stuff. All right, so first up, we've got the HD DA55300 f4 to 5.8, and I'm going to be taking a shot of that basketball net down there. Should be a good amount of separation, and this is coming loose. Oh boy. Anyway, it should be a good amount of separation from the house in the background there, and all the detail from the rope and everything that's in the actual basketball mesh. And you know, plus the contrast of the net being black, or the rim, sorry, being black versus the highlights and everything, to check for any chromatic aberrations, fringing, anything like that. Fringing, whatever. Anyway, yeah, so that should be a good test. So first up, let's see how the non-PLM actually does in regards to this. And you'll also hear it focusing as well, which will be interesting. So first, let's go with 55, and I turned all the corrections off, as you saw before. And I'm leaving it at the native aperture for as you zoom. I'm in TAV. Let's see. So we've got, should be, yeah, all right. So f4 at the wide end, and then zoomed all the way in, f5.8. So it's going to be an absolute direct comparison between the two lenses. So let's start off taking a couple shots here. I did actually mean a couple. All right, so now let's go, that was at 55. Let's go to 100. Still at f4 at 100. Let's go to 200. And that is actually at 5.6. Let's go to 300. That's at 5.8. Now let's switch over to the PLM and see how that goes. Same thing. Let's get this out. 55. So we're at 4.5. Let me defocus this. Here we go. Now let's go to 100-ish. We're at 4.5. Let's go to 200. 5.6. And 300. We are at 6.3. All right, let's get these into an editor and see how they compare. Okay, before we actually throw these in an editor, I should have actually done an autofocus speed test. So I'm doing this in live view, completely defocused. Now, this is the PLM. Defocus the other way. 1, 2, 3. Defocus again. 1, 2, 3. And that's in live view. Now I'm going to switch to the non-PLM and you'll see how remarkable of a difference the autofocus speed actually is. Okay, so let me just defocus this here. Completely defocus, and that's how long it takes for this to acquire focus. I mean, I'll do it one more time, but you already get the idea. The PLM is lightning quick. All right, so let's throw these into an editor and get on with it. All right, well, truthfully, I wasn't expecting to go over that much material. 12+ minute video. So I am going to have to split this into two. So the image comparison will be in the next upload. So this is more of a design and handling type of video in regards to the lens comparison. The next upload I do will be the actual image comparison between the two flavors of the 55-300 HD DAs. So I do apologize. I was trying to get it all in one video, but the designs are so different, and after going through everything, yeah, it does take some time. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. Stay tuned for part 2. That's it for me. You guys will see me on my next video. I'm out.